Ongi e Torri, bienvenidas y bienvenidos de vuelta. Welcome back to Day 2, Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase 2021. I'm Jack Vincent, and I'm just one of a big team of people making all of this happen. And have we got another great show for you today? Great agenda today. Following 2 great blocks of pitches yesterday, we'll have 2 more again today, starting with Block 3, Robotics, Cybersecurity, Clean Tech, and Intelligent Cities, New Materials, and Recyclables. I'm just out of breath describing it. And I've seen these pitches as I've had the honor, along with Matteo Carienzo, in working with each of the startups over the past 6 months, and I think they're going to take your breath away too. Before we get started with the pitches per se, we're going to share another success story from last year's 4th edition with the startup Ecustec and 2 corporate partners, BTI and Adifab. And action!
I'm Jose Ramon Rivero, Technical Manager at BTI. In BTI, we design and produce a medical device for PRGF technique in the field of regenerative medicine. We use conventional injection molding in clean room environment technology, but we have the problem that during production particle dust are released due to internal moving parts in the mold. So, in order to overcome this problem, we use a novel technology called freeform injection molding by Additive startups. And also to explore the limits of this technology, we are using scanning measurement technologies by Ecustec and other startups.
We decided to use freeform injection molding for the BTI project. The uniqueness in freeform injection molding is the speed and flexibility that we get from the 3D printing process, combined with the opportunity to use injection molding materials from the conventional process for the final parts. One thing to be aware of when using freeform injection molding is that we have the limitations with the tolerances that we see in 3D printing. While freeform injection molding uses a very accurate 3D printer, it is still 3D printing. Further, the DLP process, printing process, has size limitations, and hence we typically end up with parts where the molds needed are relatively small.
The scanning process technology is based on a structured light scanner, which is a 3D scanning device for measuring the 3D shape of an object using projected light patterns and a camera system. As you can see in the video, the scanning process is completed when key scanner takes 360 degrees of the part. A 3D comparison color map technique highlights the variances between the scanned part and CAD models, using color mapping to identify deviations. This technique quickly identifies the areas that are in or out of tolerance. Here you have the comparison between the design part, CAD, and the cloud of points of the scanned part.
At the end, we have very good results in the prototype stage, and now we need to scale up for serial production. So the experience with the startups has been so interesting that we look forward to carry on with this experience, and we encourage all you to join buying program.
Real solutions, real business. That's what we're doing here at Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase. Just a reminder, you can go online, you can choose Basque, Euskera, Spanish, or English. We have real-time translations. And here we go, the pitches to start Day 2. Joining us online, Jose, startup 3R3D Technology Materials, with the corporate partner Francisco from Ferrovial. Over to you, Jose.
Buenos días, soy Josu.
Good morning, my name is Josu, and
At our company, we believe that additive manufacturing is a key tool for Industry 4.0, among other things because it can materialize an object based on a model. And we consider that it's an eco-sustainable technology because you only use the necessary amount of material, and compared to subtractive techniques that produce waste during the production stage. So at our company, we have developed materials and pellets for the 3D printing technology that can be applied in many sectors. We use vegetable materials and recycled materials and waste materials, and we offer 3D printing services, and we develop printers adapted to the specific needs of our customers together with our collaborators. And after a number of meetings, and now that we have seen our capabilities, Ferrovial posed its needs. On the one hand, processing plastic waste by using additive manufacturing, and also the design of a giant printer to process materials of this kind. And to meet the needs that were posed by the Ferrovial team, we've carried out the following activities. We have printed samples based on pellets. We've designed a giant printing machine with a double header, and we've also designed a standard printer with pellet heads, and we've also used recycled materials from plastic bottles, and we have printed parts by using these materials that have been generated. And finally, Ferrovial has bought one of these 3D printers to print on different materials, and we've also had an online training seminar. And I would like to finish by thanking the team at Bind 4.0 and our mentors for allowing our company to get known by more people. And thank you very much for your attention. Eskerrik asko. And now I'm going to give the floor to my colleague Francisco Luque from the Ferrovial team. Good morning. My name is Francisco Luque, and I'm the Innovation Project Manager at Ferrovial Servicios. Well, for this edition of Bind 4.0, the challenge that we considered was how could we recover waste material and what kind of use it could be given. And this produced the relationship with R3D that has just opened its new facilities. And we know that this company is a specialist in the recycling of materials for 3D printing. And as I said, the idea was to use the 3D printing to reutilize materials, which meant that we faced a number of uncertainties, like materials that had to be adapted to this technology, and also the process that had to be applied, and the characteristics of the materials. And well, we also had to see if certain materials could be used to make certain objects, the possibility of mixing materials, recycled materials and virgin materials. And after, over the months after working with 3D with scale models of the initial model we had in our mind, we have made quite a lot of progress in this process. And let's say that the results have been pretty positive, and also our collaboration with 3D in this project has been very solid. The project is still up and running, and we want to continue scaling up the results in terms of size, and we want to apply this to different use cases, like, I don't know, tooling, furniture, and a number of other things. Thank you very much.
Ricasco, Jose, Francisco, thank you. Second pitch of the day, joining us by video, Mikel from startup Simumatic, and Ainoa from corporate partner BATS. Mikel, over to you.
Hi, Jack, and thank you everyone on the BIND team. Let me tell you about Peter. He and his team are working for a system integrator company where they deliver automated solutions for industry, and they have early stage errors, design problems that cause them deliver the projects late with unsatisfied customers and extra cost. On top of that, we know that Industry 4.0 is bringing them even more challenges like requirement of more flexibility, digital tools, and sustainable businesses. So Simumatic is totally aligned with the Industry 4.0 trends, and we develop a platform where our customers can develop digital twins of their systems and solutions, both in industry and education. What does it mean? In the case of Peter, we help them to build digital twins of their solutions so they can test them and validate them in early stage, even before they build the real solution, bringing them the opportunity to test and reduce all these errors and provide better quality solutions in time. What does it mean at the end is that they have satisfied customers, they have satisfied employees, and they have reduced their time to market by 20%. So how does it work? In Simumatic, we develop a platform where our customers can use our platform online on the cloud, and they pay depending on how many users are using it. But we don't leave them alone. We help them during the entire process. So they take the first steps learning this technology. We identify the potential uses of digital twins, like we have done with BATS in this BIND 4.0 project. So if you have any challenge related to Industry 4.0 and you want to know more about digital twins, let's talk. And now let's give room to BATS.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ainoa and I'm a project manager at BATS, premium supplier of automotive solutions. This year, within the BIND 4.0 program and in collaboration with the startup Simumatic, we have developed a digital twin for one of our hot forming lines in the tooling division. This tool provided by Simumatic will allow us to test different possibilities in order to improve the efficiency of our press line, such as checking the setup of a new project before manufacturing, improving the cycle time of plant productions, training operators with virtual reality, or making decisions about a future investment in the line. And we can do all of these things without interrupting the activity in the tool shop. From the BATS team, we would like to thank Mikel Ayani and his crew of Simumatic for their great job on this project.
Mikel, Ainoa, great stuff. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, both joining us online, Jose Mari from startup RKL Integral and Inge, corporate partner Orona. Jose Maria, good morning.
Good morning.
We hear you loud and clear.
No hay duda de que estamos inmersos.
There's no doubt that we are undergoing a digital transformation in all businesses. Although, are we really ready to process all the data that reach us effectively? Can we really think that all the processes are efficient? And the answer is obviously that nowadays, no, we cannot guarantee that. And while the safety issues at different companies pose a problem, and we call this the effect of the folder on the shelf. And most of the action procedures in the case of threats are in the paper format. And we're talking about documents that are essential to continue a business. So all the work that has been done for many years due to a number of obligations or operational work cannot be applied immediately and without any human errors. So this is why RKL has developed a solution that allows you to intervene immediately, avoid errors, and also orchestrate processes. And this is based on a cloud platform and is based on Kubernetes. We have 4 modules: the module of risks, where we have all the assets and where we apply the risk model. And then we have the automation model to transform these risks into automatic processes. And then we have an artificial intelligence model to be able to develop things more efficiently, and everything with a virtual control panel. So, and that's how we develop our panel, and we have different functionalities. We have the level of threats, events, automation of processes, and even the activation of mass plans. And what are the advantages we provide? Well, that we have added value. We measure risk in real time. We also avoid human errors. We improve response times by 30%. And we also justify the ROI by 20%. And we also optimize the exploitation costs of companies. Thank you very much. And I'm now going to give the floor to Inge from Orona.
See, we don't hear you, Inge. Do you have your mic on?
No, sorry.
Okay,
Now,
all good. Start at the top. We're good.
okay, thank you very much. I was just speaking alone somehow. So thanks to everyone. Thanks for being here. As Jose Mari was saying, we have been collaborating with RKL Integral in the last 6 months, applying the new solutions that they gave us, the different security models for Orona. And in our case, in our concrete case, we are working in the auto protection and emergency plans in our plants in Orona. That was the first stage of the project, but we are now thinking of doing a second stage where we are going to make a step further, working in the work of digitalization that now Jose Mari has explained to us. So we will start evaluating if the solution of SaaS that RKL Integral is proposing to us, it's suitable for Orona and how to implement it in Orona. And before just finishing our presentation, I will really, from Orona, we would like to thank to Jose Mari for the excellent work done in this BIM project, and also to the BIM community. So thanks to all of us.
Thank you, Jose Mari. Inge, thank you so much.
Thanks.
We're back here in Donostia, San Sebastian, Basque Country. Bind 4.0, Startup Accelerator, Open Innovation Showcase 2020-21. You'll notice sometimes there's a delay between pitches. That's because technology's great, but it's not perfect. We bringing people in online, and that's why sometimes there's a bit of delay. So thanks for staying with us. We have 4 more pitches to go in this first block of the morning, and here we go with our next one. Both joining us online, Alejandro from the startup Subsea Mechatronics and Enrique, corporate partner, Enegas. Buenos días, Alejandro. We don't hear you. Try it now. I think we have you now. Or no? No. Try now. Uh-oh. Perhaps we should patch him in after?
Yeah.
There we go. I think sometimes we hear you for a second. Try?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, now we hear you. We hear you.
Okay, here we go.
Good stuff.
Hey, perfect. Here we go. Hello, good morning, everyone. Thank you for letting me show you today our amazing underwater inspection service with ROB. Our company designs, develops, and operates ROB for underwater inspections in general, and specifically for confined spaces from 60 centimeters. These are the main underwater problems: biofouling and obstacles inside the pipes. The only way to track these problems is using our service. Traditional inspections are carried out with very expensive ROBs that come from oil and gas industry or endangering human lives, like divers. We have undeveloped a range of ROBs specifically for underwater assets, inspections, and pipelines. We already provide underwater inspection in open sea. We have a track record over 30 inspections and already piloting in the most interesting market, inside the pipes. We provide our service at a 6 times lower price than average. We reach confined spaces where no one can go, divers either. We can go to your plant in less than 7 days worldwide, and a lot of sensors more can be added to our ROB. We got the interest from Acciona managed Jebel Ali desalination plant in Dubai, Aqualia in Egypt and Algeria, and Corona del Viento pump storage station in El Hierro. Also, we are in touch with ESB in Ireland and Energias de Portugal. We carried a paid pilot with Enagas, our tractor company, in the BIND 4.0 framework. We inspected during 3 days and found very important discoveries for them. Thank you very much from the world, Subsea Mechatronics. I'm passing the microphone now to our tractor company.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, Enrique.
Hello, how are you?
Great, we hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, well, sorry about that because I prepared the presentation in Spanish, and but well, fortunately I think we have translators. So, buenos días a todos.
So good morning, everybody. And the first thing I want to do is thank the team at BIND 4.0 for their excellent work with more than 750 startups from 73 countries. And I think, well, 31 have been chosen, and this is an effort which, thanks to them, it has been possible to carry out. Of these 31, well, at Naras we've analyzed 5, and in particular with business areas that are completely different. And there's one that attracted our attention because of the solution that they could provide us with, and that is Subsea Mechatronics. And together with them, we wanted to submit a pilot proposal in the form of a venture client, as is proposed in BIND 4.0, but we've developed to 3 stages. And as this, well, this was at the Cartagena plant, at the Enagas plant, and as this is a critical energy asset at a national level for the country, we couldn't carry out a pilot project directly. First, you have to test this with a startup. You have to test the providers or the suppliers of that service, so that then they can be accepted. And Subsea sent us an offer that was very interesting. It was accepted. And, well, what we have done, we've, let's say that we carried out a mini pilot test, so to speak, which was carried out, as was mentioned by Alejandro, with a high degree of success. And internally, we are very happy. So that means that the pilot project is going to continue. And the next thing that we have to do is approve them as suppliers. And we're going to develop and implement a pilot project whose aim will be to provide an advanced service that meets the subaquatic maintenance needs of our natural gas plants that can also be applied to third parties. And finally, on this last slide, well, I'd just like to say that what they do at Subsea Mechatronics, well, it's a startup in the Canary Islands that was developing some interesting robots to monitor our facilities, and they also provided a maintenance and inspection service that fitted perfectly well with our needs. And above all, and well, due to the very costly maintenance work that is done nowadays, well, by using robots, they offered a perfect solution. So to finish, we can say that the first subaquatic testing operations carried out with robots in Cartagena have been a complete success, or they have been a success in June 2021. So that's all. Thank you very much.
Nosotros, Alejandro.
Thank you, Alejandro and Enrique. Thank you very much indeed.
Next up, joining us both online, Amaya from startup Eurocibcar and Sabino, corporate partner Euskaltel. Amaya, the virtual stage is in your hands.
Thank you, Jack. Did you know that 99% of the OEMs have been cracked? And it is not necessary that a cracker attacks to you. It's a few when loading your mobile on the USB of your vehicle, you could be introducing a virus in your car if it isn't cyber secure. Did you know Jeep case? Two hackers take control of the vehicle remotely. This had horrible consequences. You can see at the slide. By 2022-2024, all vehicles need to have a cybersecurity certificate. Otherwise, these vehicles will not be able to continue circulating on the roads. The solution is Eurocibcar, which has developed the first test in the world that measures and certifies the level of cybersecurity of a vehicle based on two parameters, data and life. We give you the right test at the right moment. With Eurocibcar test, you prevent your vehicle from being cracked, you won't pay fines, you avoid reputational damage, you will prevent the company of loss of competitiveness. We are supported by the most important authorities at global and national level. Eurocibcar B2D test is related to project developed with Euskaltel. If you want to know more, please contact us. Now is the turn of our corporate partner with Sabino.
Well, from the Euskaltel Foundation, we've been implementing other programs in order to implement new technologies in society. And one of our concerns has always been connected to cybersecurity. And although this encompasses many different fields, in our case, mobile phones are the most widely used devices on a daily basis. But when we got in touch with Eurocibcar, we saw that we could develop a didactic manual to answer the most usual questions that we all ask ourselves when we wonder about the safety of our devices, and also with a guarantee. That is, we knew that the Eurocibcar people would make this understandable in collaboration with our cybersecurity department at Euskaltel. So in a nutshell, from Fundación Euskaltel, we are focused on a cyber-secure future, and above all, we want this future and this knowledge to reach out to all layers of society. Thank you very much.
Eskerrik asko, Amaya, Sabino, thank you very much. Our next pitch, both joining us online from Italy, Gaetano from the startup Gestamp and Manuel, corporate partner Erhard. Gaetano, buongiorno.
Buongiorno, hi Jack, hi, good morning everyone. There is a big challenge to solve today. Extend GPS-like location services even in indoor places where traditional GPS-based systems do not work and where everyone spends most of his time. Adopters can leverage our technology to solve many real problems. Workers must work safely in every place. Workforce is missing critical information that must be available according to their location. Assets may get lost and staff may not realize fast enough. Also, repetitive tasks must be executed by the right people while ensuring them to be in the right place and with the right time. Even more in offices and workplaces to optimize the employee productivity and where, in case of emergency, the security is challenging. We solve all these problems. Our multipatented approach brings together the best of multiple methods and deliver an effective and low-cost ubiquitous location technology that can be used directly with our turnkey software solution or integrated in third-party systems. At the beginning, our technology was selected to be the best in many startup-related contexts. Now, it is already validated by important customers, even targeting very complex environments. Also, Gartner mentioned us as a cool vendor in location services in 2018. And we create value. For example, one of our existing customers saved 4 times more money than the implementation cost, with monthly daily savings more than 35% if compared with the period before the platform adoption. This is Gestamp, your trusted partner that seamlessly turns location data into value. Now, Manuel Diaz with Gerard will explain the BIM4 corporate project. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. And thanks a lot to Gaetano for his presentation. I'll briefly show you how our collaboration with Gestamp has evolved into a success story, although we'll still be working together in the next few months. The project we have worked on is devoted to the improvement of the services that nursing homes deliver, specifically those that happen during nighttime. The core idea is to make those services more efficient because we noticed that there are 3 situations that caretakers are mainly concerned about, which are roaming, sleeping disorders, and falls. That's when Gestamp's indoor technology enters the picture. They provide smart watches that are able to identify each of those events so they can be processed by our application and quickly notified to the staff in order to be dispatched as soon as possible. At present, we are running a pilot for a nursing home, and we're confident that this will be the starting point of a more comprehensive solution. Thanks to all of you, and thanks to BIM for having us here and this opportunity.
Grazie mille, Gaetano, Escaricasco, Manuel. Thank you so much. For our next pitch, Sergio is here in the studio with us from startup Code Contract. Joining us online, Paula, corporate partner, Elecnor. Sergio, take it away.
Thank you, Jack. In Code Contract, we demonstrate digital electronic evidences based on blockchain technology with legged validity. Let me tell you about Carolina. Carolina is the compliance officer, and she's in charge of coordinate projects, review documents and requests to all suppliers, and also she's working with third trust agents in order to generate electronic evidences. Thanks to Carolina's work, our company is reducing the security risk. And also, the main problem is that we are having a legal uncertainty, because in many times, the digital proofs are not accepted legally. It is why we developed Code Contract platform, in order to automate, control, and get electronic evidences that cannot be manipulated over the time. Actually, we are working with different companies. For example, in the sector construction with electronic certified deliveries, in the food industry with the automatic traceability, or the industrial area. Also, other companies are using our technology to get electronic evidences, as for example, El Ignor Group or Cuatrecasas Laufin. All of our customers can download an unlimited reports that are accepted as a digital evidence. It is possible because in Code Contract, we verify the user identity, we ensure the full traceability of information, and we custody and generate electronic evidences that cannot be manipulated. During the last months, we have been working next to El Ignor Group in the IT developments to get electronic evidences. Now, I introduce to Paula from El Ignor, who will be explaining in a deeper way. Thank you.
Hello, Paula.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Jack. My name is Paula, and I'm project manager at El Ignor's Digital Transformation Department. In all companies, it's common to manage a large number of processes that can require an audit. That's why we decided to try blockchain and smart contract technology in a process related to IT development. This solution allows us to keep track of all records, making it easier for the auditor to control them thanks to a report provided by the system. This solution has a huge potential, and it can be applied in many processes of the company. In fact, we are at the moment working with the company Code Contract to obtain the traceability of green energy, as well as studying how to apply this solution in our insurance area. So we strongly bet on this kind of great value providing solutions. Thank you.
Thank you, Escaricasco, Sergio, and Paula. And friends, that concludes Block 3, Robotics, Cybersecurity, Clean Tech, Intelligent Cities, and New Materials and Recyclables. We're going to take a break now and be back here at 11 o'clock. And don't forget to visit our networking forum, Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase. It's open for business. It's never been easier to connect online with Industry 4.0 innovators, startup teams, industry leaders, investors, entrepreneurs. Just access the event platform and set up some meetings now, one-to-one, for the next few days through July 9th. And that's this Friday. So enjoy your coffee with a great connection right here on Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase 2021. See you at 11. We are back in Donostia, San Sebastian, Basque Country. Block 4, our final block of pitches. Cloud solutions, freezing technology, biotech solutions, image processing, and AI image and vision systems. We'll get started with another success story from this year, in fact. Things happen fast here at Basque 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase. We already have a success story. Let's look at what startup B Planet Factory is already doing with corporate partner Mercedes-Benz.
We have an annual electricity consumption of 110 gigawatts per hour, which gives an idea of the importance of energy consumption in our process. It's a part of an autonomous electric vehicle recharging system project. It represents a small-scale project of renewable energy and storage of energy surplus. The maximal generation power we have installed is 30 kilowatts. At the moment, the objectives are more qualitative than quantitative to obtain previous experience for larger projects.
The solution we have built in this installation is made from second life batteries that were previously used in electric vehicles. With our own electronic system and together with an inverter from the brand IIOT that is also present in Bind 4.0, we made a system that takes the energy from the sun, stores it in our battery, and then injects it to the electric vehicles via the electric vehicle charging infrastructure. This solution was the first of its kind that we have made at B Planet Factory, and it's especially customized for Mercedes-Benz factory. But it is a solution that we can easily replicate and so gain significant market share of the energy storage market in Spain. So, automotive lithium-ion batteries are very powerful and reliable. So after the first life in automotive, we give them a second life in stationary storage. So after the first life, which is very demanding, we treat them very carefully so that they can last at least 8 to 15 years extra. The solution that we have installed in Mercedes-Benz factory does not need any special maintenance since it has no moving parts or no component that really degrades with time other than the batteries and of course the solar panels. For the batteries, we expect them to last at least 8 to 15 years and the solar panels at least 25. So only once a year it is recommended to make a preventive operation and nothing else. The most important KPIs for this installation is number 1, the amount of energy produced by the solar photovoltaic installation. Number 2, the rate of self-consumption obtained in this installation together with the solar photovoltaic and the battery. Number 3, how much energy directed from the sun was transferred to the vehicles. And number 4, how many electric vehicle charging processes were performed in this installation. This is concerning the overall installation. Concerning second life batteries, for us it's especially important to know how much time the batteries were fully loaded and how many ampere hours were injected and extracted from the battery, and last, the state of health of the batteries at the beginning and at the end of the testing period.
The most important objectives are to reach the practical autonomy of the network and to reduce the batteries on second life. Large-scale projects are currently being proposed, of which we are studying the technical and economical feasibility.
Reused second life batteries are a very interesting option because they are coming from millions of electric vehicles batteries that will be discarded in the next years. So these batteries, they have a special advantage over all the other proposals. And this is that they offer a very low carbon footprint because the batteries are already here, so we don't need to bring them from very abroad markets. And also, we give these batteries a second life, so this means that we don't need to extract new materials like lithium, cobalt or nickel. We don't need to bring them from overseas because they are already in our market.
In the next steps, we will make feasibility studies for larger projects. This project is certainly applicable in all our plants.
awesome story and an awesome way to kick off our final block of pitches. First up, joining us online from Finland, Andre from startup Acoustic Extra Freezing, and Magi, corporate partner Angulas Aguinaga. Andre, the virtual stage is yours.
Hello, everybody. As you know, traditionally frozen food is not very tasty. Many of you have experience of buying a pack of frozen shrimps, and all you have is a soft texture and a lot of liquid after defrosting. For example, traditionally frozen raspberry becomes sour and mushy, and again, a lot of liquid. Have a look on the right-hand side, please. This raspberry was frozen with acoustic extra freezing technology, and it is sweet and looks great. How we do that? The acoustic waves control the growth of ice crystals. So as a result, you have a fresher taste, better appearance, and more nutritional value. We install the equipment into industrial freezers, and we can retrofit your freezing chamber with our technology. We have hardware, and we have special freezing algorithms for different types of food. Because, you know, to freeze meat and freeze vegetables is completely different stories. And we customize the solution for clients. Our paying customers include Nestle, Bonduelle, and we deliver to them value like double shelf life. We save from 20 to 50% of weight of food after defrosting, and companies can introduce new products, premium brands, and enter new markets. We have sold the equipment in 25 countries, including Spain. Ladies and gentlemen, acoustic extra freezing is a great opportunity for food industry. I invite you to make freezing tests of your products with our freezing labs. And now I have a pleasure to present my Madi from Angulas Aguinaga, our corporate partner. Thank you.
Hello to everybody. Frozen food industry's challenge is to get products with the same cell structure as the alive one. This is known as CAS. Different technologies are combined to get this goal. In addition to a cold provider system, a frequency generator is included to avoid water molecules binding. As a result, smaller ice crystals are formed, not damaging the frozen food. The frequency can be created by electric, magnetic, or acoustic fields. The advantage of acoustic extra freezing is that it can be easily integrated into existing freezers. Our project objective is to improve quality products and increase productivity. Second slide, please. Just 2 months have gone since different products of our portfolio were frozen by acoustic freezer. Seafood spreadables were not stable for the first month. However, in the rest of the products, no relevant changes were detected during this period. Sensorial tests continued till 6 months, when finally we will be able to validate this technology. Thank you.
And thank you, Andre. Madi, eskerrik asko. Next up, joining us here in the studio, a fellow Giri Americano, Nathan from startup Onena Medicines, and Jose Ramon, corporate partner, BTI. Nathan, the stage is yours.
Let's meet Teresa. Teresa is a 62-year-old woman that was just diagnosed with breast cancer. She's concerned that her initial treatment won't work, and even if it does, that her cancer will come back. She's wondering if she's going to be here for her son's next birthday. She's right to be worried. This year, over 2 million women around the world will be diagnosed with breast cancer, which is the most common form of cancer in the world. From women living with breast cancer, over 500,000 will die from their disease this year. We can and must do better for our moms and our sisters. We make antibody medicines that neutralize rogue immortality growth factors. Through sophisticated protein engineering techniques, our medicines force breast cancer cells to grow old, thereby solving a holy grail problem of targeting just the cancer cells that matter most. Through the Bind Accelerator, we've engaged in a mutually beneficial collaboration with our partner, BTI. We worked with them to define a need in their R&D and formed an action plan. Currently, we're engaging in mutually beneficial shared basic research activities with BTI that leverage our protein engineering expertise. This is a great opportunity for us to extend the reach of our unique skill set. We make antibody medicines that get better as cancer gets worse. Please contact us to find out how we can solve your R&D problems. Now let's hear from BTI.
Thank you, Nathan. I am José Ramón Rivero, Technical Manager at BTI. BTI is a vast biotechnology company dealing with two different business lines, dental implantology and regenerative medicine, but always our goal is the health of the patients. This is our passion, this is our goal. Next. In regenerative medicine, we use a proprietary protocol called PRGF, that means plasma-rich in growth factors, is using our own resources coming from our own blood in order to produce the plasma just to treat different injuries in tendon, muscle, bone, skin, different tissues, in order to promote the regeneration, in order to shorten the times to recovery, in order to reduce also the pain, very important thing. Just looking for new collaborations, we met Nathan, and we thought that we could collaborate, please, Ness, because we need, due to the high variability in patients, we need to have a minimum level, a minimum threshold in a specific protein, and this could be by adding synthetic protein coming from Onena, and also in all our treatments, we discard the red and the white cells and sometimes the poor plasma, and this is a natural source of antibodies, proteins that could be used for novel treatments in cancer diseases, for example. So we are very happy, we are very glad to collaborate with Onena. Perhaps we had a very small start, but with a very big focus is the health of our patients. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Nathan. Gracias, José Ramón. Thank you so much.
Muchísimas. Thank you very much, José Ramón.
Now joining us online, Martín Zozaya from startup I2U, and José Antonio, corporate partner, ArcelorMittal. Egunon, Martín.
Egunon, Jack. Okay, so in I2U, we automate warehouses in the steel sector for bulk elements such as steel coils, billets, or blooms. This is a sector where all the production is automated except for the logistic area that entails more complicated processes. The man we've got in the image, John, he's in charge of the warehouse, and he usually has to control the placement of each coil manually. Therefore, he loses time looking for the coils. To solve this problem, John hires more workers, but the management becomes expensive. Moreover, John is worried since accidents might happen. So definitely logistic processes are not fully optimized, and they have to respond to the high peaks of demand of the industry. So logistic companies oversize 3 times the space required, the number of workers, and the machinery used. And of course, this is expensive. So in I2U, what we do is we transform the traditional warehouses into 100% autonomous ones. First of all, we automate the monitorization of the warehouse in order to take control of all the variables involved. After that, we connect with the client's ERP, and we are capable of automating the decision-making process. And lastly, we automate the movement of the crane, reaching to a completely autonomous warehouse. Our solution is unique because apart from optimizing the management of the warehouse, we're capable of loading and unloading the trucks or trains wherever they are parked. And the main impact of our solution is that we generate for a client with an average warehouse of 2 cranes an annual savings of more than €500,000 in direct costs. And the ROI is 1 year. Apart from that, we also increase the productivity, the energy savings, and the job security, which is a really big issue for these companies. So currently, we're finishing installation at ArcelorMittal, a project that has allowed us to grow a big deal as a company, since we understood the real needs demanded by a client of the magnitude of ArcelorMittal, the world's largest steel producer. Thank you.
Hi, good morning. So yeah, ArcelorMittal is the world's leading steel and mining company. So in Olavarría, Vergara, we produce long products, sections and merchant bars, and we ship them all over the world, mainly through Pasajes, where we generate more than half of its operations. So we compete on a global scale because it's critical to us, and we need to do more with less on a safe and sustainable basis. In this context, innovation and digital transformation are key success factors to our competitiveness. In this case, thanks to Bind, we are running a project to turn our billet yard crane autonomous, fully autonomous. So it covers both discharging the cooling bed as well as loading trucks. Everything is ready. It will be installed now in July, and results will be visible by September. The project is scalable. We have opportunities to roll out in Olavarría, Vergara, as well as in other sites in our group. And we hope this is the first step in a long partnership with IIOT. Thank you.
And thank you, Martín, Juanjo. Gracias. Next up, coming to us online from Barcelona, Mar from startup BitMetrics, and John, who was with us yesterday in the studio, today online from Tubos Reunidos. Mar, bon dia.
Bon dia. Hi, everyone.
Oh, you're all ready to go.
Okay, thank you. BitMetrics is specialized in intelligent automation of vision-based processes. Vision inspection that will be covered in detail by our corporate partner, Tubos Reunidos, and pick and place and randomly picking solutions that I will be covering. We all have heard statements like this when proposed by Intel. 50% of all tasks will be automated by 2025. And we also know that for decades now, automation has been at the heart of manufacturing companies. But this is just part of the story, because we often see automation working under controlled, deterministic conditions. But reality is different. Objects are randomly disposed or in any position. They may vary, they may shine, or they may look similar, but actually they are different. And robots lack human eye coordination and intelligence, meaning that still 40% of what human does in manufacturing companies is just moving things from one place to another for a process to start or continue. We at BitMetrics developed Pick Plus. It is an AI-enabled vision solution to perform pick and place and random bin picking processes, making the automation possible for any object, known or unknown, in any position, and enabling you to easily design your custom applications, providing efficiency gains of more than 50%, importantly, reducing the implementation time from weeks to hours, and most of all, without coding and without integration. Also forgetting about hardware maintenance. If you think this might be appealing to your company, I will be happy to learn more and plan a demo for you. And now I have the pleasure to introduce our corporate partner that will cover the visual inspection process in which we have been actively involved. John.
Thank you, Mar. Hello to everyone. I'm John Inchausti, the Operation Technology Manager of Tubos Reunidos. I came to you to speak about the surface quality control project we are implementing in our factory with Bitmetrics to carry the computer vision system to our processes. The challenge was to develop a custom-made single inspection solution for the automatic detection and classification of surface defects in tubes in real time, with great superficial characteristic variety to inspect, and the algorithm must resolve in milliseconds in hard working context. The solution that Bitmetrics has applied is first, identify and locate the possible defect, then post-processing of the image, and finally, classification and real-time visualization. The project is not finished yet. We are confident that it will be soon and trust that with Bitmetrics solution, we are going to gain in efficiency and productivity to automating the inspection, improve the accuracy in defect detection, and enhance the customer satisfaction, increasing the quality and the reliability of our products. Finally, I would like to mention the good job done by Bitmetrics and the professionalism shown by them. Thanks.
Thank you, Mar, Jon. Gracias. Eskerrik asko. Barcelona, Finland, Italy, yesterday the UK. We are here in Donosti, San Sebastian, Basque Country. Bind 4.0 Startup Accelerator and Open Innovation Showcase 2021. We're down to our last three pitches of the morning. Next up, here in the studio with us is Alberto Gomez from Gravit Retail. Joining us online, Paula, Corporate Partner, Elecnor. Bienvenidos, Alberto.
Thank you very much, Jack. Personal protective equipment are crucial to ensure worker safety across all sectors, especially in industrial ones. In the last years, there has been a significant decrease in working fatalities. However, this has flattened, and currently there are over 500 deaths per year. Companies are realizing the need to have a proper and robust PPE delivery process. This process has to be legal proof, of course, cost efficient, and it has to be very simple for the worker. Vending machines are being introduced in the last years to deliver PPEs to workers. However, they are not the perfect solution, as they do not provide a legal proof of process, which is very important. The cost is high, and up to 12,000 euros, and the inventory they can manage is quite reduced. Gravit has developed a computer vision solution together with Forward from Iturri to help with this process. Gravit solution has many advantages compared to the other ones in the market. For example, it delivers a video-recorded legal proof of process. The cost is very efficient and with a reduction of up to 30% compared to vending machines, and the inventory they can manage, and the process is very simple and quick. The worker can complete the process in less than a minute. Gravit software is very flexible and can be adapted to other use cases. For example, in autonomous shopping, inventory management, for example, in pharmaceutical business, and food quality control. So, if you want to save money, improve your PPE processes, and increase your workers' safety, please contact us. I hand over now to our corporate partner, Paula from Elecnor.
Over to you, Paula.
Hi, this is Paula again from Elegnor Company. Elegnor's activities require warehouses in order to store all kinds of materials and items. That's why it is crucial to keep track of these materials and the stock available in the warehouses. During these 15 weeks, we have carried out a pilot project with Rabbit in one of our warehouses in Galdacano. We have set up a rack with different items in order to try out this technology and its functionalities. Here we have an example of how this technology works. As we can see, the system identifies all the items and updates the stock. This technology makes it easier to manage the stock, and the manual recording is no longer needed thanks to artificial vision. In addition, Gravit allows the integration with other systems and it prepares reports. With this pilot project, we have clearly seen this technology's potential and the great value it can give us. Thank you.
Thank you, eskerrik asko, Alberto, Paula. Next up, we're going back to Catalunya. Joining us online, Albert from the startup Pervasive Technologies, and Yosu, corporate partner, Saraye. Take it away, Albert. Bon dia.
Bon dia, buenos días.
Well, we are helping companies in the metal business to transform themselves digitally. One of the biggest problems has to do with classifying scrap, because right now there's a team of human beings that are in these pits and on these fields classifying the different kinds of scrap, and they classify them manually and by using paper, or they don't classify them and they just store them directly. And this makes it difficult to be able to audit and to see how these raw materials have been stored. So this obviously has direct consequences for the plant. One of them has to do with accidents produced by the risks that these workers are exposed to in the loading areas. And there's also a chaotic organization for raw materials because they don't control things automatically in a digital manner, and they don't have any external systems as a safeguard, which could produce errors and a possible fraud. So we propose a solution that is based on an automatic system that classifies scrap in real time, obtaining results in an audited platform that in the midterm will make it possible to stabilize the classification of scrap. And other advantages related to our solution are related to the centralization of the know-how of the classification in only one system, and also a reduction of occupational risks that workers are exposed to, because they can be removed from the pits, and we can also reduce possible situations of fraud. In real environments, we have an accuracy of up to 98%. We've reduced the amount of time that it takes to classify scrap. 25%, and everything can be done on a single platform. So how can we help you with your digital transformation? Well, I'm now going to give the floor to Yosu Garate from our colleague and partners, Saraye. Well, hello, good morning, everybody. Well, thanks to Bind 4.0, we've been able to meet this supplier with a very interesting portfolio in the steel making industry. Because we have used imaging techniques, which we believe is extremely interesting, and we have developed this process with them. So Saraye is working in the steel business, and we think that Pervasive Technology is a strategic partner for our product. So this is why we've been able to sign a collaboration agreement beyond the scope of Bind 4.0. And this is a win-win situation where Saraye delivers a very high level of added value and lots of technology, but then pervasive technologies allows us to reach out to international customers. Thank you very much.
Last but not at all least, joining us in the studio, Estíbaliz from startup Asimov, and joining us online once again, Paula, corporate partner, Elecnor. Egunon, Esti.
Egunon, Jack, thank you. We all know the loss and pain of traffic casualties, but it is a fact less known that the road infrastructure plays an important role in many accidents, and that within the infrastructure, the road signage has proven to be a very important factor to reduce the number of accidents, between 24 and up to 87%. Now, keeping road signage in good condition is a job for the maintenance team, and they do so by performing inspections. Inspections that are slow and labor-intensive, dangerous, and fully manual. So they are normally done every several years, if ever. And there is a critical need for improvement in our roads. Now, we need a system that enables more frequent inspections to detect incidences and risks earlier. And for that, we need an automated and flexible process that enables tracking and evidence of the condition of the road. In Asimov, we have designed a system by installing small, low-cost, lightweight IoT devices on board the maintenance fleet vehicles that gather video and data from the road and send it to our servers, where we analyze it using our AI models, and we extract relevant information about the conditions of the road. In this way, we can automate the creation of traffic sign inventories, for example, and we can support the regular monitoring of these inventories. We can also enable the remote monitoring of road signage in roadworks areas to keep both drivers and workers safe. We can also detect, locate, and evaluate irregularities in the road surface, such as potholes or cracks. Now, Asimov uses technology to help keep roads safer by automating inspection tasks that enable early detection of incidences, and creates evidence and traceability of the condition of the road so that maintenance teams can optimize their tasks and their budget while reducing the number of accidents. And this system has been tested by Audeca, an Elecnor company. Paula, to you.
Hello, here is Paula again from Elecnor company. As Estíbaliz has said, we have developed this pilot project with Audeca, which is the Elecnor's branch specialized in road and traffic sign maintenance, among many other tasks. So the person in charge of checking whether these signs and roads are in good condition is called road supervisor. So the main goals for us are to provide higher security for this person, to enhance the regularities detection accuracy, and to make it easier for the road supervisor to record the evidences. Together with Asimov, we have carried out a pilot project for 200-kilometer road in Madrid, incorporating IoT elements and cameras in 3 vehicles. With this project, we have managed to automate the monitoring of traffic signs and the location and tracking of irregularities. All this improves worker safety and the service provided to the customer. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Esti and Paula. And I have to add a personal note to this one, highlighting just how real this last pitch is and the entire Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase. 3 years ago, as many of my friends from Bind know, I was hit by a car as a pedestrian in a crosswalk, and I simply believe that it could have been prevented with better road signals and technology technology like we've just seen. This is real, my friends, and it makes the world a better place. So with that ends our fourth block of pitches and our pitches overall, and that ends this part of Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase. But that does not end our day just yet. Estibaliz Hernández, Deputy Minister of Technology, Innovation, and Digital Transformation at the Basque Government, will present us the outlook for next year's 6th edition of Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase.
Welcome, everybody. First of all, thank you all for coming to Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase, where I'm confident you encountered many exciting examples of Industry 4.0 success stories. The Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Platform has been designed to develop Industry 4.0 by means of a program that each year selects the best talent and best startups from all around the world as part of our commitment to digital transformation of our strategic sectors and to support the creation of an advanced entrepreneurship hub. The greatest merit of Bind 4.0 is that it gives startups access to internationally renowned clients, fast-tracking the rollout of real projects, creating real revenue for startups and real impact for corporate stakeholders, as we have seen here today. It also offers startups a comprehensive support package designed to streamline their commercial development and immersion into the Basque industrial ecosystem. Startups get access to amazing networking opportunities with potential clients, investors, and other technology startups. Bind 4.0 gives subscribers a massive platform to grow their visibility and recognition in Europe. At this 5th edition of Bind 4.0, which ends today, 748 startups were assisted by 57 partner companies. 31 of them were selected to develop 40 projects, bringing in real revenues of more than 1.7 million euro for the startups, all of which goes to prove that Bind 4.0 grows bigger and stronger each year. Since Bind 4.0 was started in 2016, more than 2,200 startups have come forward. More than 130 of them have been fast-tracked. More than 200 Industry 4.0 projects have been rolled out, and startups have earned real revenues of more than 6.5 million euro. Looking forward to the 6th edition, which goes into motion today, I have two pieces of news. The first one is that 10 new companies have joined the program: Arteche, Celsa Group, Cofares, Erreca, Itachi ABB, Onera Group, P4Q, Ramondin, Suet, and Osakidetza. With these new incorporations, Bind 4.0 now has 65 partner companies, all eager to get in contact and interact with the best startups to develop real projects based on the most innovative, most groundbreaking technology. The second one is that we have launched a new pilot scheme. The proven success of Bind 4.0 and our drive to keep improving the program mean that we now need to broaden our horizons and transfer the knowledge acquired to date to SMEs through the Basque Country. Our next edition will roll out Bind 4.0 SME Startup Connection, which will operate via the Basque Country clusters to forward links between SMEs and startups by addressing shared technology challenges. The news will be published on our website shortly. Lastly, I just wanted to thank everybody who made Bind 4.0 possible, the companies who take part actively in the program and who form the backbone of Bind 4.0, of course, but also the team of mentors and the bigs for their work in accompanying startups through the journey. Between us all, we will continue to be the driving force behind this innovative public-private initiative. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Estíbaliz. And behind me we have next year's edition of Bind 4.0 Basque Open Innovation Platform and the identity for next year. Now, last but not least, our own Arantxa Tapia, Minister of Economic Development and Infrastructure of the Basque Government, who will close Bind 4.0 Open Innovation Showcase this year, 2021. Madam Minister, Arantxa Tapia.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you all for coming to the Open Innovation Showcase, where I am confident you got to see the best of Bind 4.0 highly innovative Industry 4.0 projects with a real impact on startup and partner company development. We at the Basque Government and Esprit are committed to strengthening enterprise as a lever for economic and social transformation in the Basque Country. We accompany and support new businesses and entrepreneurial teams in identifying and making the most of the opportunities arising from the three transitions: in energy and climate, in technology and digitalization, and in healthcare. Large company and startup partnerships are a fast, effective way of exploring and leveraging these opportunities, fast-tracking new business projects. This year, the Department of Economic Development, Sustainability and Environment launched the Interinstitutional Entrepreneurship Plan 2024, which assumes direct investment of 259 million, plus an additional 130 million for all stages of the entrepreneurial process. The initiative aims to consolidate an attractive ecosystem in which to create value and quality employment, and has plans to boost up to 1,000 new entrepreneurship projects between now and 2024 by creating 450 new technology-based companies. It also aims to take on the ambitious challenge of reducing the amount of red tape involved in setting up a new business. More effective collaboration between the authorities and the new platform will remove bureaucratic obstacles, reducing the time needed to set up a new business to just 48 hours, to give one example. It is a means of ensuring that no good, well-defined, clearly structured idea falls by the wayside. Bind 4.0 is a part of this plan, bolstering its role as Europe's key public-private open innovation platform, as recognized by this year's award from the European Commission. Bind 4.0 promotes, streamlines, and fast-tracks working with startups as a resource of innovation. An initiative that connects Basque industry with the best startups from the Basque Country and around the world to develop groundbreaking projects with real impact. In this nationwide public-private initiative, public institutions and private business ally with startups to create a force that will bring about the digital transformation in industry. Today, we are kicking off the 6th edition of Bind 4.0, where we hope to continue to involve some of the world's best startups, bringing technology solutions for intelligent industry, clean energy and sustainability, health tech, and food tech sectors. If you are one of them, make sure to sign up for the 6th edition on our website, www.bind40.com. Entries will be accepted up to the 10th of September. And before I finish, I would like to show you a video with the experience and opinions of some participants. Many thanks to you all.
Eskerrik asko, Madam Minister Arantxa Tapia. And there you have it, from Donosti, San Sebastian, Basque Country, Bind 4.0 5th edition Open Innovation Showcase 2021. And don't forget, the networking forum is still open. Lots of great contacts there like you. You're a great contact, and others want to meet you. And we are so glad that you've joined us. See you soon. Lasterarte. Goodbye from San Sebastian. Agur.
For our customers and businesses. We expect that they bring their enthusiasm, drive and passion to the Arteche project and that they find our support to make their innovative projects come true.
Being 4.0 allows to create value and unlock hidden potential in long-lasting relationship with our startups.
By its entrepreneurs and technology.
When you undertake this journey, you need the best travel partner with you. Our expectative with this program is to find the right digital partner for this journey.
It's a great opportunity to build profitable partnerships and discover new business options.
We have the expectations to find startups that allow us to implement aspects of Industry 4.0.
The BAIN program is a dream to work for my company on the cutting-edge technology with the knowledge and support of a motivated startups.
Thanks to the program, we are convinced that we will find the answers to our innovative challenge.
It's an opportunity to access disruptive technologies that address its need to develop new products, processes or services that can improve the quality of healthcare and the patient experience.